David says,
Most pleasurable experience.
I'm struggling to balance working toward my dream career and family troubles at home. During your career grind, has there ever been a time when you felt overwhelmed? Okay, so at risk of TMI here, my wife and I have a dual head shower, and we often shower together. And we've actually found that when we're in the shower together is one of the few times that we can like really talk, because you're not doing anything else when you're in the shower, right? Like there's no kids bothering. Well, okay, we're married, so clearly that doesn't happen anymore. No, I'm just kidding. So when you're in the shower, your attention is focused entirely on each other, other than, you know, some absent-minded soap in the pits, if you know what I'm saying. So we've had a lot of like big talks in the shower.
Yeah.
And one of the times that really stands out to me is a time that we were having like quite an emotional talk, and like she was quite emotional and talking about how I keep saying we got to reach this next milestone. And then we reach the milestone, whether it's moving into the Langley house that we used as an office, or paying off the Langley house, or getting moved into the office, or paying off the office, or hiring this next set of writers. After we get this round of writer hires, it'll be fine and I'll have more time. And she's like, you keep pushing, you keep kicking this can down the road. You keep saying, okay, when we have kids, I'll be family first. When the kid's old enough to remember anything, I'll be family first. When this, family first. Well, when is it going to happen? And you know, when am I going to be first? When are you going to focus on doing stuff with me, with us? And what we both ultimately came around to, what we realized, is that even though our life is consumed by work and by taking care of kids and by, you know, things that, you know, I think a lot of people would consider to be chores, right? And even though we never took a break. Like we went straight from dating to marriage. We took a 2-week honeymoon. That was it. And then we buckled right down into it. I mean, we got married in April, and we had our first baby in April. All right? And it was not shotgun wedding, not the same April, the following April. Okay. But we basically got back from our honeymoon and got down to it, right? So we never really like took a break. And, you know, I think that's been really hard. I think that's been really hard on both of us, and especially Yvonne. And what we ultimately came around to, and what I think has given us both a lot more peace, is that we have to see those choices that we made as things that we do together.
Yeah.
It can't be like, oh, all we talked about this week was work and parenting. It has to be work and parenting is what we do. For better or for worse, those are the life choices we've made. Those are our hobbies. Those are, you know, maybe we don't build model ships in bottles together. Maybe what we do is we parent 3 amazing children together. Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do together. And so ever since we reframed work and we reframed childcare in that manner, it's been far less of an issue for us. I mean, obviously, you have to set aside couple time. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to spend one-on-one time together doing nothing but just looking at each other and talking to each other, because otherwise you will not make it. You could, well, I guess I told myself I wasn't going to have any hot takes today, but I guess that's one. And man, I forget where I was really going with this, but the point is, where did this even go? Did you ever feel like there was a time when you felt overwhelmed? Yeah, absolutely. How'd you stay positive and focused? I mean, working on things together was a big part of it. And that was a big part of that conversation too, is that, yeah, we're doing this thing and, you know, okay, it's called Linus Media Group, and that's not always easy for you because you're in the background a lot of the time. But you got to understand, like, I can't do it without you. And I know a lot of people don't appreciate properly what you do, but a lot of them do. The ones that were there from the beginning know what you do. And I know what you do. But I mean, that's still like got to be hard for her, right? Because it's like,
I think it still is.
Linus Media Group, Linus Tech Tips, She almost never gets that FaceTime. And a lot of the time, and this is really frustrating, even internally, she's working on things that are not for employee consumption. Like, she'll be working on something like back when we were at the Langley house. She was the one who did everything.
Oh, yeah.
Getting this place arranged and set up.
And like a huge spectrum. Whoa, my headphones just popped in and out. A huge spectrum of work too, because not only did she do the legwork on acquiring the place, which is extremely difficult on its own, but also setting the whole place up all the way through like architectural design to actual just like room design.
Very hands-on, extremely hands-on.
Yeah.
So spend time together. As for staying positive, I mean, setting small goals. Trying to make them realistic. When I would set small goals, it'd be like, okay, let's get to this milestone. But then you just like keep going. You keep going 100% no matter what. Take breaks. I mean, these are all things that you're going to find in any sort of general life advice book or article, but they're true. Don't ignore them, I guess would be my summary.
I think the thing that I've been most concerned about your guys' side from is the vacations. And I can't speak very well for this because I burn most of my vacation time anyways.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, honestly, like I say that in the most affectionate possible way, but you're an idiot.
Yeah,
he has vacation time. I tell him, go away. Stop working. Goodbye. And then he's like replying to emails and stuff. And I'm like, goodbye.
Yeah.
And he just does, because we only allow vacation time to accrue for so long, because we can't have people just like taking 6 months off all of a sudden in a row. Like I think we let you carry it over for 1 extra year.
I don't even know.
I don't remember the policy anymore. But the point is that taking vacation time is healthy.
Yes.
And so our policy is that you have to use it because you are supposed to use it.
I did before COVID lockdowns. I did.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. I want to go the only thing I really like to take vacation time to do is go travel. So it's hard to do that when that's been mostly shut down. But a lot of your vacation time that you've taken, and again, I'm not the right person to criticize on this, but a lot of the vacation time that you've taken has had to be things that are akin to work.
It's not been particularly restful.
Exactly.
I'll say that much.
Yeah. So I've always kind of been concerned about that, because everybody needs that battery recharge time, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly speaking, there's different things that recharge me more.
Sure.
Like, I'd say I got more recharged from that Intel trip, checking out the fabs, than I would have from a vacation.
Dude, I totally see that actually. I really miss like work trips. Like
I worked
the Brandon and Luke film trips were huge battery rechargers for me, even though it was like gas 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It was, it's a change of pace.
Like, I was freaking going.
Oh yeah.
But
it feels good. It's like
But yeah, I was on my way out of there one night, and one of the Intel employees asked me, "Oh, are you going to do any sightseeing while you're here?" And I was like,
no, dude.
Are you kidding me? I already saw the coolest thing.
That's what we were doing all day.
In this whole country.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you think I was here for?
Yeah.
I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't travel anymore. Like, that's something I actually haven't really talked about that publicly, but I think viewers have probably noticed that I don't go anywhere anymore. I went down to Seattle for Valve, because that was like an 1.5-hour drive, and it was the frickin' Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to Valve is kind of
so in the last 2 years, I have gone to Valve and I have gone to the Intel Fab. That is it. I'm out. And I'll do Computex because I love Computex. I love Taipei. I love getting together with all the other tech nerds.
So
they're my people.
For some reason, especially good at that.
Yeah, it's great.
The meetups, yeah. I just want to go walk around with Wendell again.